Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will talk about speciation and its type. Very important topic from hereditary and evolution chapter. So let's begin. What are species? Species are group of organisms that can reproduce naturally with one another and create fertile offspring. For example, humans, they live in different geographical location, they have different physical attributes, but they can interbreed with each other. Therefore, all the human beings on this planet are classified into a single species, that is Homo sapiens. So one species cannot interbreed with another species. If it happens, it is a rare phenomena. Sometimes it is artificially induced, known as process known as hybridization. So we will have different lecture over hybridization. Here we will focus on speciation. So speciation is a process of species formation, or it is the evolutionary process by which population evolved to become distinct species. Okay, and the term was coined by orator F. Cook. So there are different methods of speciation, like natural selection method by Charles Darwin, some artificially induced method, genetic drift methods. Okay, but here we will not do methods of speciation, we will do only types of speciation. Okay, so let's begin the types of speciation. This classification mainly based on the factor that the extent of isolation of the population from each other. Okay, how much they are separated from each other and how they are separated from each other, that leads to the four types of speciation, that is allopatric, peripatric, parapatric and sympatric. So from a simple diagram we will understand it. Let's assume that in the starting there were only one species present. Okay, so there were different methods of isolation and so different types of speciation. First we will take allopatric. In case of allopatric, there were a formation of natural barrier occur. Okay, a mountain may be created or some river flow occur. Okay, what happened, the population divided into two groups. Okay, and after a long evolutionary process they separate to form two different species. Long evolutionary process means it can take hundred and thousands of years. Evolutionary process is a very slow process, right? Next, in peripatric. In peripatric, what happened? Some of the organism, yeah, or some of the population move to some different niche. Okay, there is no natural barrier formation occur. There is a natural barrier formation between the two niche, but no formation occur at that time. And separation is not due to the natural barrier formation. It happens because some of the population move out to some different niche. So what happened after a long evolutionary process, they will form two different species. Okay, next, in parapatric, there are two different niches that are adjacent to each other. Okay, two different niches that are adjacent to each other containing single one species. So due to different niches, what happened, this single species over time will separate themselves from each other, and further they will, after long evolutionary process, they convert into two different species. Okay, next is sympatric. In case of sympatric, there is no isolation, zero isolation present. Okay, among the population. What happened, due to some genetic polymorphism over the long period of evolutionary process, they get converted into two different species within the same population only. Okay, so this is how this classification happens. Now we will take one by one types of speciation, and we will focus more on the examples. So first of all, allopatric speciation. In allopatric speciation, two population of the same species become isolated from each other due to geographical changes. Okay, for example, Grand Canyon squirrels. So what happened, a long time ago when Grand Canyon formed, there were squirrels present. So after thousands of years, or after some some changes, physical changes, what happened, the Grand Canyon separate into two parts, like north rim and south rim. Okay, so after this separation, the squirrels also separated, and after a long period of evolutionary process in these squirrels, what happened, the two different species of squirrel formed, that is Kaibab squirrel in North Rim and Abert squirrel in South Rim. Okay, and these squirrels were not able to interbreed with each other, therefore two different species. And how this happened? Because a natural barrier has been created between the two group of squirrels. Okay, so this is the example of allopatric. Next is peripatric. In peripatric, what happened? For example, there is a group of birds that is red bird and blue bird. So this blue bird move out to some different niche. Okay, and the two niches were separated by some physical barrier like sea or mountain, right? So the blue bird started interbreeding. Okay, and there is a population of bluebird increases. So after a long evolutionary process, what happened? There will be a different species of bluebird and different species of redbird, right? So this is peripatric speciation. In this, what happened? Small group of individual break off the main group to form a new species. That is the very important point. In case of parapatric speciation, in parapatric, different niches are adjacent to each other. Okay, the niches are different, but they are adjacent to each other. Okay, for example, let's assume that there is a one industry. Okay, and it exclude its waste material in the soil nearby. Okay, so let's assume that the soil in 1 kilometer range of the industry is contaminated, and after that the soil is uncontaminated. Okay, so the grasses were present all over the soil near the industry. So when industry started to release that toxic waste material, heavy metals or anything like, okay, so the soil started contaminating. The grass present there will either die, or if they want to survive they will evaluate. Okay, so after a long evolution process, what happened? There has been developed a new species of grass that can survive that contaminated soil. Okay, so now the two species differentiated. Okay, so initially they were one, but due to different niches, they get converted into two different species. That is parapatric. One other term come in parapatric is ring species. So in ring species, what happen? It is a connected series of neighboring population, each of which can interbreed with closely sited related population. Okay, but for which there exists at least two end population in the series which are too distantly related to interbreed. Okay, so for example, in this here we can see on the globe that Laris gull variants are present. 7 different variants are present, and they interbreed with each other, like 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 to 7. But 1 and 7 are so different from each other that they do not interbreed. Okay, but because they breed with other species of that loris, other variants of loris, so they cannot be classified as a different species. Okay, so they comes under ring species. So in ring species, what happen? They will interbreed among the ring, but the extreme ends will not interbreed with each other. So they are the 1 and 7 are the extreme end of the ring. Okay, next is sympatric. So in sympatric, no isolation, right? Highly overlapping or identical areas, more common in bacteria than in multicellular organism, right? And therefore it is very less reported, and very less example of sympatric speciation exist. One of the example I am showing here is the example of cichlid fish that is found in the Crater Lake in Tanzania. Okay, so there were two variants, that is the yellow green and the blue black cichlid fish. So later on, scientists, when go on with the DNA studies, so they found out that they are two different species, means their DNA were not related at all to each other. So they formed over a long evolutionary period a different species from one, right? So this is the example of sympatric, when there is no physical barrier, no isolation, they live in a same pond. Okay, and then also they get converted into two different species over a long time. due to some genetic or due to some mutations, okay, polymorphism or mutation. So this is all about speciation and its type. In this lecture, we have studied about the definition of speciation and about the type of speciation. Methods of speciation we will do in another video lecture. I will also make another video lecture for hybridization. So that's all for today. If you have any query, you want any video lecture on any topic, please do comment, like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.